There's a big difference between having lunch at a diner versus having lunch in your office with your takeout, or going somewhere really fancy. I think that eating is all about experience, and I think choosing to eat in particular ways or particular places is choosing to have a particular experience.
The experience of the American diner is unique. Diners are places where people come for eggs, pancakes, big sandwiches, fries, lots and lots of coffee, and seemingly endless conversation.
I haven't had a bad soup in here.
In Vermont, diners fit the landscape. They're a sort of refuge in a city or town, a home away from home. This is the story of how that home has, for a long time, been a staple of life, and how the livelihood of diners suddenly came to a halt. In the heart of Burlington, Vermont, is Handy's Lunch. The diner has been in the same location since 1945, and over time has become a hotspot for an everyday eatery. What makes Handy's Lunch special is the Handys themselves. The owner, Earl Handy, is the third generation of his family to own the diner, and his presence has become ingrained in the diner's image since he took over in 1994.
This diner means everything to me. I mean, this is who I am. I mean, I am the diner is me. It's become who I am.
Super welcoming to everybody who comes in. They remember people's names, they remember people's orders. My buddies and I have been coming here for probably 10 years because when we walk in, we know that we're going to be greeted by a friendly face, awesome food, and great people.
I've known Earl since we were in high school, actually even before then, coming to Handy's Lunch for a long time, even when it was his mom and his dad.
Yeah, it is sort of like stepping back into time a little bit to enter a place where you're expecting Coca-Cola and burgers and fries and some homemade pie.
It seems like the atmosphere is from like 50 years ago. Like there's not many places like this around.
The Bird's Eye Diner in Castleton, Vermont has become a favorite amongst Castleton College students and locals alike. Owner John Raylan takes pride in preserving the historic aspect of this diner and its role in the history of the town.
There has been a diner on that location since the 40s, maybe even earlier than that. And in 1968, there was a fire and burned the wooden building diner that was over there. And in 1968, this current dining car, which was manufactured in Paterson, New Jersey, it's a Silk City Diner, was brought here.
Hard time getting out of bed.
I did. Third week around.
Without having good food, we would not be successful. I think we have actually very good food, and I think we offer good value for the money that you pay.
It's comfort food, and I think that's the other thing about what makes diner food so special is it makes you feel good, you know? It's probably not the healthiest, but it makes you feel good after you're done eating it.
It's like a little guilty pleasure. We're going to go back in time. We're not going to worry about where our food was sourced from, and we're particularly not going to worry about the cholesterol and calories. We're going to just appreciate the guilty pleasure of indulging in just homey, warm comfort food.
My favorite dish is the Big Daddy. It's a big breakfast dish, 2 pancakes, eggs, sausage, toast, hash browns, the whole works.
I always have the same thing. Every morning I have 2 eggs over medium and 2 slices of whole wheat toast, dry, no butter, and coffee.
Everybody gets hungry, so you have to feed them. And you want to make it as best as you possibly can. You know, you don't want to serve bad food. You don't want to serve the best that you possibly can make. And we never serve what we wouldn't eat ourselves.
I mean, you can make eggs at home, but eggs at home don't taste like diner eggs. You know, bacon at home doesn't taste like diner bacon. And, you know, even a burger, even a hot dog, like, those are things that, like, just are special. And those are things that, like, have become almost like a special treat, because everybody's always trying to be so healthy and always like, I'll have something with kale or, you know, salad for lunch or a turkey sandwich for lunch, but there's something about like coming in and getting a couple Texas dogs, There's nothing like a chili dog for lunch.
If you want to be left alone and kind of read your book in the corner, I'm not sure diner's the place to go. Like, you can kind of expect to be talked to. People are going to come up and interact with you.
To have a horseshoe counter, to be able to talk baseball, politics, whatever you want to talk about, and have an open conversation.
You actually become, in a way, a prominent member of the place where you work when you are creating community through your workplace, through your diner.
Different people that are sitting around the bar are different faces that you've seen around the community. They're different business owners, different families that have been here their whole lives, generations. Earl knows them all.
Met a gentleman who was in his 90s, and he had worked here when he was 13 years old. Yeah, washing dishes. And they come back all the time.
It's kind of sad now that I've seen so many people come and go. There are some regulars that have been in here and sat in these seats that have passed on now. And Earl's mom's, she's still around, but she's not here anymore. And just sit here and read the paper and work at the same time. And yeah.
Thank you. Diners represent happy and simple times, but sometimes the world is more complicated.
The Vermont Health Department announced the state's first suspected case of coronavirus.
That's what I need Vermonters to know, and this is what I need from them. I need you to stay home.
We were going to visit a few more diners from across Vermont, but that all changed when COVID-19 struck. The United States is responding to the COVID-19 virus. Schools have gone online, many businesses have shut down, and restaurants that choose to stay open are only doing takeout. The diner, as a place of refuge, a home away from home, is suddenly in limbo. But if we have learned anything about these places, it's this: the community created by a diner is unbreakable. And now, this sudden slow season is both unprecedented and unpredictable. But there is hope that at some point soon, coffee will be brewing, eggs frying, and customers will once again rally in support of their local diner.
I try to think that my food is some of the best, but I think the camaraderie, the family atmosphere, and 90% of my customers have become close friends. So I think it's more just to come in and say, see me, not just to see me. I mean, you know what I mean.
One time my buddies and I came in, and the old UVM basketball coach, Tom Brennan, was here. And I was a not very good Vermont basketball player back when I was in high school, and I went with my basketball buddies. And Coach Brennan knew who we were because Earl had told us, and we probably spent the whole breakfast just talking to him, and I think he was with his son. And to just sit in this casual place and just shooting the breeze with a Vermont legend was really something special.
Another favorite memory of mine is I met my husband in here, and we've been married now for, 11 years.
There was a guy, he came in and he literally had a box of Dunkin' Donuts with him. All of a sudden he just opened up the box and was eating Dunkin' Donuts as an appetizer. And I was just what are you doing? And he was just having a snack. I'm no, you can't bring donuts into my restaurant and then eat them. And he's I don't like your attitude. Well, I want to talk to a manager. So I went out back, I grabbed a green apron and put on a baseball hat. And I came out and I was just you'd my employee said you'd like to see me? And he was yeah. And then he was wait, what? Totally he's wasn't I? And I'm no, twin, and the guy had no idea. And I, to this day, still get one of the biggest laughs out of it.